Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, Fields forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And part I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Detroit! 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 Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 1st and 10, Fields, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Watch 88, watch 88.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. 2-jet, 2-jet.
Watson just beating the play clock. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Richmond. Red, green, the line, green, the line. 2-jet, 2-jet. 2-jet, 2-jet. 2-jet, 2-jet.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Green the line. Green the line. Reset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Looking to throw. Fields. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken at the 46. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Black 22! Black 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On the toss, here's Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On 1st down, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake. Fields. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. This quarterback now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. To go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Marcel Darius able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And now off to the races down the right side. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Justin Houston, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And the pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Fields. That's complete. The former basketball star, Rico Gathers. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And here comes the Texans now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richmond. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be taken very short. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
On second down, here's Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Come back, come back.
From the gun on third, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
And he is mad. set at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Fields looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. 20. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This will be taken short. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Reset.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Alert. 3 down. Black 99, feel it.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Hey, black 22! Black 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now it's Watson being chased out left. He's got it at the 15. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson throwing for his line back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. On 1st and 10, Fields. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down.
Watching now, Barney.
Back to throw. Fields. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off play action. Fields. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Off the play fake. Fields sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I got to give it to him on that one. Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right? Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step. There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful. Blood pressure up a little bit, you think? I think up a lot of bit. Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively. To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here. But if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
4 down. Richmond.
And they'll run it here. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Richmond. Reset.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Come back. Tiger.
Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Tiger. Richmond.
Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Texans are going to win the football game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast